What's up, everybody? It's Chris from Grounded Beef. I'm out here and it's terrible out here. The wind's blowing and I can't even barely see. I just wanted to report if I should need a barn or not. I'm just kidding. It's just been raining really bad for 24 hours. So I wanted to touch on, do you need a barn? Do you not need a barn? Stay tuned. I'm out here reporting in what's kind of a rainstorm. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's settled down right now, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to feed them. So I rolled the hay out, but it is a muddy mess. It's been raining most of the day and part of last night, and it's supposed to end tonight around 9. So, that being said, obviously we're in New York, so we get all kinds of weather, and I locked them out of the barn. I'll show you that in a minute, for the summer, so we could get the Airbnb going and I could put a driveway down and whatnot. So I locked them out of the barn. It's been fine until the weather's turned, and then they really want to get in the barn. So we opened it up a few weeks ago. They can go in there and lay down. But my point being is that there are farms that can just feed outside, and it's okay. But up here, with the weather that we have, I really feel like they should have some kind of shelter. It doesn't need to be much. We're gonna put up a barn or some kind of building with just a roof and maybe a side or two that I can roll a bale out in front of them and they can eat and be in and out of the weather. It just beats them up. You know, today it's 50. Later this week it's going to be down in the 30s. You know, it's all mud out here. So I just wanted to put in my 2 cents and just kind of show you that I use the hills to unroll a bale. We don't have an unloader or unroller, which I would really like to get one for behind a 4-wheeler. But you know, guys that are smarter than me and wiser than me talk about, you know, not having mud, and they kind of control that with their rotational grazing, which we do a little bit. I want to incorporate that a lot more this year. I really want to do that this year. That might help if the grass is taller and they don't punch it up so much, but the grass, you can see they've chewed off really good and looks like a golf course, and that's on me. I need to break the pastures down. But all that being said, I think up here and further north you need some kind of building, something. But that also being said, I don't think that you should spend a ton of money on a barn immediately. If there's any way you can get a 3-sided building or just a lean-to with just a roof over, just some kind of wind protection, depending on where you are in the country. If you're further south, maybe you could do it without that and just do a rotational grazing, and you might be able to get away without it. Up here, I think you need something for them because they get beat up by the time March comes. We've done it without a barn, where I didn't have them go in a barn at all. By the time March came, they were really beat up from the weather, and we lost a few because they just didn't have it to make it into the springtime when there was fresh grass, and we lost a few. So that's my opinion. I'll show you what it's like right now up there. So this is what I'm talking about. It's all mud. And, you know, I know this is where they come in and out to go to the barn. I don't know how to prevent this. Like if they were out on the field there's no protection. There's woods down there, but they don't go down there. I'm sorry about the junk. That's all going away to the scrap pile or the scrap yard. Like I said, if you followed me from the beginning, like we're making big changes around here. That pile there is going to be my springtime side hustle. I'm going to try to sell some of that. Like, say the manure is free and I'll load it for 10 bucks vehicle rather than sell the manure. So yeah, you can see it's just been raining here. It's all wet. So, you know, my solution has been to let them in the barn. It's not much, but they can all squeeze in there if the weather's real bad. Luckily, it's warm today. So, you know, but they just punch it all up. And, you know, eventually I want the millings over here. And eventually, hopefully within a year or so, all the scrap pile will be gone. And I'd like to put up a building here where I can unroll the bale on this side and they can be over there, and then I can put a bedding pack down with every couple weeks go in there when it gets, you know, kind of muddy, mucky, whatever. Go in there, let them, or put corn down, put a few 100 pounds of corn down right on top of their manure, kick them out, and then throw old hay, old straw, old wood chips, whatever I can get. Let them back in, let them punch it down. Again, mash all the corn in there, and do that every few weeks through the winter. And then put the pigs in there in the spring and let the pigs root up everything to get the corn, and it makes awesome mulch. We've done that before down the other barn one winter, and it's amazing. And then you send the pigs to butcher. My opinion is wherever you are in the country is up to you, but I would not spend thousands of dollars on a barn. I would not take out a big honking loan for a barn, a tractor, nothing like that. I would spend money, maybe a little bit of money on a four-wheeler, a used four-wheeler that you could zip around with, and definitely spend all of your money up front on fencing. Make sure you have good fencing. We've had issues with our fences because we're by a golf course, so we've had issues with them, the golfers coming over here, then the cows going over there, and deer run through and they knock over the old fence. And now we've put up a beautiful timeless fence system, which I'll show you that in another video. It's too cold to walk down there today, but